everyone. I know I'm looking like an ashy mess on screen, but the fact is I'm primed and I'm ready to go. So today's product review is going to be the Bite Beauty foundation. So we all know Bite Beauty from their lip products, but they are now into the complexion products, and we just launched this in the Bite Beauty foundation. I am T135 because T130 was hecka light. It was a big jump. If you look at the clips that I'm inserting in the video, I swatched it and it was a jump. Okay, so the foundation is ranging from it's 32 shades as well as $39. I'm reading it off of here. So $39.50. Okay, so Bite didn't come out to play with the girls. It's called the CHANGEMAKER Supercharged Micellar Foundation. Now, at first glance, I thought micellar is to extract, but it's in the foundation, so I have some thoughts on that. And as you can see, she's a little thick, so going in initially with a sponge ain't really a bad thing. So back to what I was saying about how the product jumped in shade range. So they have two primers that's out. They have one for if you need to be hydrated, and then they have one for if you need to be mattified. So off the bat, that should tell you that this foundation is made for every skin type. Your primer is going to do the work. In the warmer months, I get a little more oily. So all over my face, the Maybelline Master Prime, which is thick. I like it. It hydrates me. But in my T-zone and my smile line, I went in with the Becca. Okay? Also has a powder. It's a foundation powder, so I thought it was just like a general finishing powder, but I'm told that you kind of need to buy the powder to go along with the line collectively. So there's 2, 4, 6, there's 6 shades of powder, and what I thought I would be, which is deep 3, I ended up with deep 4 because deep 3 was way too red, y'all. It's weird. Okay, I'm also told, and we're going to see, that when you put the powder on, it changes the color of the foundation. It darkens it a little bit. So the Bite Beauty whole setup, you can pay $39 for each, or they have the whole complexion kit online for $98 for all 3. That's going to be the primer, the foundation, and the powder. Something me and my co-workers noticed, this doesn't pair well with other products. You can tell where I put the Becca, the foundation is catching and it's patchy. Okay, maybe the powder will buff that out, but it is patchy. She noticed well that it did not pair well with other products as well. I'm going to insert her clips in as well. So it's a medium to buildable coverage. It's also paraben and sulfate free. Bite Beauty is now vegan based, so that's a good thing too. Some of the main components in this foundation, it starts with water, but it's a thicker water based formula to where I found that if I use a beauty blender, it wouldn't soak up too much of the product, so that's a good thing within its own right. So let me get my concealer on and see what we can do from here. I'm feeling like I'm getting a matte finish, but that's probably because of the primer. Like I said, I cocktail prime, and remember the instructions give you a hydrating primer that comes with this line or a mattifying primer. So in my case, whatever I did makes me a little more matte, which is okay. iQual Berry, MAQUI Berry, which is an antioxidant rich and helps nourish your complexion, is native to Bonia, which is known to be one of the purest environments on earth. The micellar technology, inspired by skincare, it gently mimics skin's texture for a smooth, non-cakey look. I don't don't see where that's true. I just don't. Some of the other active ingredients, like I said, to start with water, you have C13, C15 alkaline, which is normal. You have isodocane, you have glycerin, you have mica, you have dimethicone, you have trimethicone. You have some of the major players along with some other things down in here, like sunflower seed oil. But you know, those to the bottom. The tequila leaf extract, so they're not as high potent as your normal everyday makeup items that you would see. Being vegan and cruelty free, it said it's a breathable coverage. So stay tuned to the close of my video, because like I said, micellar technology in a foundation. I don't know if the girls just came to give us some big words, but we researched now and day, and that micellar that mimics the skin, whatever they said, she don't pair well with other products. I'm filming these reviews, you can kind of ramble, so let's go over some keynotes. We went over the shades, $32. We went over the price, $38. 1 ounce of coverage, 1 ounce of coverage, 1 ounce of product, medium to buildable coverage. Your primer is going to have to actually do the work. If you're oily, go matte. If you're dry, go hydrating, and then just all them big words in between. But you know, as a consumer, we don't really care about that. We want to know how a product works. So I'm sitting here a patchy mess. I've set my concealer with the Fenty Beauty honey and banana that I mixed together. Now let's get on to the powder portion of it. There's, like I said, 2, 4, 6. There's 8 powders. There's 2 in the light. There's 2 in the medium, there's 2 in the tan, and there's 2 in the rich. I ended up with deep 4 because deep 3 was a little too red. And when I'm telling y'all, looking at this powder down here, I am super afraid, because it did say it changes the color of the foundation. I'm just going to go ahead in and dust lightly. So in theory, I guess if it was going to do all of that, then I should have went in with T30, which looks more like my highlight color, and then go darker. So I just think if I just put this kind of all over, like where I didn't highlight at, it would be okay. This is very confusing. I don't like for makeup to be confusing or complicated, and this is really throwing me right now. And like I said, I have a couple of different shades down here, and even testing it in the store, I was still like, I feel like there's a lot of finesseification that's going to have to go on. So I'll save that for my closing thoughts of the video. Well, hell, I just can tell y'all now, at $39 a bottle, I ain't trying to finesse nothing. This is darker. This is giving me darker, but it's not bad darker. It's giving me like a good bronzy darker. I'm just not going to apply in here because I already have powder, and I think it'll be okay. I am pulling a little bit orangey, but it's okay. Okay, I am back to close out, and y'all, it is 9:15 p.m. So all day on Instagram and whatnot, Snapchat, I got lots of comments. Oh my god, it's beat, it looks so good. To the untrained eye, it did look good. To the makeup enthusiast, the makeup influencer, the beauty influencer, the makeup artist, this is going to be a no. It was literally patchy going on, which y'all witnessed that. The powder itself, I don't mind as a bronzer if it goes on sale or something, but $40 for a bronzer powder, no. This just took too much work. Now granted, I didn't use it with their primer. Is it that deep for me to go back and buy their primer and do this all over again? That's going to be a no, because the color range to me from that T30 to that T35, it made a jump. Okay, so let's talk about finessing and finesseification. What I mean by that is this, I would finesse. This was too red, this was too cool. Mix it together, perfection. Okay, CoverGirl, Healthy Vitalist, love that. This was tawny, this is too dark, soft sable, too light. Finessed it. Why I can finesse these are the run-of-the-mill drugstore products that you would find when you do your buy one get one half off, when you do your deals in the drugstore that give you money back, etc., etc. I don't mind finessing those. What I will not finesse is $80 altogether for a foundation and a powder. Even if you're not budget conscious, to me that makes absolutely no sense with the lines that we have out now. This line did not concentrate on undertone, and I beg to differ if anybody say they did. Okay, so it may be something that worked for you, but it did not work for me. Keep in mind, as an influencer, we're here to give our honest opinion, and if anybody want to try it and tag me, let me know. But for Sneiko the Diva and Diva TV, it's a no. But I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Okay, before I leave out the door, change of plans. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my kidney beans over in the crock pot with the tomato paste and stuff like that, because who knows what time I'll get back in here, and that way when I get back in here, everything will be done. If y'all feel me, right? Let's go.